So, as if we needed one more thing that could hinder our glutathione absorption, now we're finding out more about electrolytes and basically how it can disrupt the entire process. I'm not saying that it does not allow glutathione to be absorbed if you're using liposomal, acetal, or rectal syringes or IVs. Basically, it could be hindering depending on how dehydrated you are or how bad your electrolyte imbalance is, up to 35 to 40%, which that's a lot with the prices of glutathione. So I'm not going to act like that isn't a lot. Does it stop the ability for you to absorb it completely? No, it does not, but you're just not getting as much as you can. You guys already know there's so many other things that impair our glutathione. For some of us, that's our age. So the older you get, the more you do need to take. Your weight, people who are heavier, you do need to take more for your body to absorb it. Illness, if you have a cold, if you have flu, whatever. If you're chronically ill, I'm sorry, you guys have to really megadose because your body just cannot process it. What else? Fasting. If you're someone who fasts, maybe you do like one meal a day, or you start your first meal like around noon or 12, that's going to affect it as well. Sweating, which is funny because sweating does help me. I've noticed, and a lot of other people have noticed too, initially you will see the glow. It helps so much with just getting the glutathione, I guess, circulated into your blood, but it's after that that you have the crash when you're taking your next dosage, that if you have an electrolyte imbalance, you're just not going to be absorbing all of it. And then also diuretics. That affects your glutathione absorption as well. You guys know taking large amounts of vitamin C, that does act as a diuretic. So, with this info, I'm going to go into more detail about what you can take, different brands that you can take, how to make your own electrolytes if you're on like a super, super small budget, and yeah, just the different precursors that you can take to basically get around this. I was pretty shocked, but it does make sense because if you have an electrolyte imbalance, it does affect your liver metabolism. I'm going to finish up the conversation over on Patreon, but I need to let everyone know that this is once again something that you should be mindful of, especially now that it's summer, that it's hot, for you guys who are doing just hot workouts, for you guys who are using sauna, things like that. It is funny how getting your heart rate up does help, but the after for your next dosage, it could hurt it. And it doesn't even matter if you're not the type of get super sweaty workout cardio person. You can still have an electrolyte imbalance even if you're not. So that could just be from, like I said before, age, if you're on diuretics, which vitamin C acts like one, if you're fasting, if you're sick, etc., etc.